downtown, my little hometown here. I am going to read the rest of What Do You Do with a Tail Like This? Remember, we started reading about the different kinds of animals. So today, we're going to start with this. See the different animals? It says, what do you do with eyes like these? Okay. And there's the different animals here. Okay, so the first animal that we're going to read about is the chameleon. See? The chameleon is found in Africa, Asia, and Europe. It hunts insects by sight, relying on its wide-set eyes to give it good depth perception. It also has to watch out for predators, and it can swivel each of its eyes independently in any direction. That means it can like one eye can go this way and the other eye can go this way at the same time. Can you do that? You know, my eyes can go one way, my eyes can go the other, but the chameleon can make his eyes go both ways at the same time. Alright, the chameleon catches insects by quickly flicking out its sticky tongue, which is longer than its body. Can you imagine a tongue longer than your body? Wow. This tree-dwelling lizard grows up to 27 inches in length and has the unusual ability to change its skin color to match its surroundings. So I can imagine if I was a chameleon, I could turn my skin green to match the trees. Alright. Next we're going to learn about the bald eagle. Lives throughout much of North America and is the national bird of the United States. It hunts by sight, soaring high in the air and looking for rabbits, small birds, and fish. Its eyesight is 4 to 8 times as sharp as that of a human. The bald eagle is a large bird with a wingspan of more than 7 feet. It means when its wings go out, it's more than 7 feet from wing to wing. It's a lot. When it dives to attack prey, it can reach speeds faster than 150 miles per hour. The bald eagle is not really bald. Its head is covered with white feathers. Next is the horned lizard, often called a horny toad. Lives in the American Southwest. It is small, 3 to 5 inches in length, and covered with sharp spikes. This lizard feeds on ants and other insects and protects itself in an unusual way. If threatened, it first tries holding very still. If that doesn't work, it puffs itself up with air to make itself look larger. If it still feels threatened, it will squirt streams of blood from the corners of its eyes. This probably confuses the attacker, giving the horned lizard time to get away. It's very weird. Next is the four-eyed fish. In the rivers of South America lives a fish that can look above and below the water at the same time. The four-eyed fish actually has just 2 eyes, but each eye is divided with separate pupils, irises, and corneas. As it swims along the surface of the water, the top half of each eye can look up and watch for predators or insects to eat. The lower half, meanwhile, is looking down to find prey or watch for danger that might come from below. The four-eyed fish is about 10 inches long. Can you imagine having, like, your eyes you can see above the water and below the water at the same time? Okay. Next is the bush baby. British explorers in Africa heard sounds in the night that sounded like the cries of lost children. That's how the bush baby, a relative of the lemur and monkey, got its name. This tree-dwelling mammal is only 6 to 9 inches tall and weighs less than half a pound. It sleeps during the day and hunts insects, lizards, and mice at night. The bush baby has very large, round eyes that allow it to see in dim nighttime light. Its eyes don't move in their sockets, so the bush baby is constantly turning its head from side to side. I mean, it can't move its eyes, and if it wants to look, it has to like move its whole head. Kind of weird, huh? All right. Next is, what do you do with feet like these? All right. Different kinds of feet. versus chimpanzees. Chimpanzees are the intelligent animals that live in the forests of Africa. They are typically 5 feet tall and 135 pounds. Like people, they have an opposable thumb. That means their thumb can go like this. But unlike us, they also have an opposable big toe. So that means their feet also have a toe that goes like this. This allows them to pick up things with their feet. They eat fruit, leaves, insects, and the occasional small animal. So it means a chimpanzee can go like this with its hand and with its feet, so it can pick up and eat with its feet. All right, next is the blue-footed boobie. This male uses its bright blue feet to attract a mate. Blue-footed boobies live on the tropical Pacific coasts of North and South America, where they catch the fish that make up their entire diet. They are large birds with a wingspan of about 5 feet. When a male boobie wants to impress a female, he does an elaborate dance, lifting his bright blue feet one at a time. At the same time, he points his beak to the sky and spreads his wings wide and whistles. Imagine doing a little dance with his blue feet. Kind of funny. Next is the water strider. There's probably some here in the water. Okay. The common water strider, found throughout the United States, lives on calm rivers and ponds. On the ends of its long legs, it has tiny hairs that enable it to walk on top of the water. The water strider doesn't sink because the surface tension, the same effect causes water to beat up on a wax surface like a car. The water strider, with a body less than an inch long, skates along the top of the water and eats dead insects that it finds floating there. All right, next is Gecko. If you spent time in the tropics, you've probably seen small lizards walking on the walls or ceilings. These noisy, insect-eating reptiles are geckos. Their name probably comes from the unusual chirping sound they make. The bottom of the gecko's feet are covered with millions of tiny hairs and pads that use an electrical charge to cling to just about any surface, even a sheet of glass. Most geckos are about 7 inches long. They also do commercials. All right, finally is the mountain goat. The mountain goat, found in the mountains of North America, is not really a goat. It's more closely related to antelopes. This animal is at home on very steep, rocky slopes, where it is safe from most predators. The mountain goat has special hoofs that allow it to travel where other animals can't. These hoofs combine a hard outer covering used for gripping small rock ledges with a soft, non-skid pad. The mountain goat, which may be 4.5 feet tall and weigh as much as 300 pounds, can move lightly and easily over almost sheer cliff faces. Avalanches and rock slides are dangerous, however. They kill more mountain goats than predators do. So an avalanche is when all the rocks come tumbling down the mountain and that gets the mountain goat. All right. Okay. Next is, what do you do with a mouth like this? Okay. All right. First is the pelican. The brown pelican, found along the coasts of North and South America, has a large pouch of skin on the bottom part of its bill. The pelican flies 60 or 70 feet above the water looking for fish. When it spots a school, a group of fish is called a school. When it spots a school, it dives into the water and opens its mouth. The pouch expands into a kind of net and can hold as much as 3 gallons of water and fish. The pelican then strains off the water and eats the fish. The brown pelicans are large birds, up to 4.5 feet long. You know what this next one is. You've probably seen this. The tiny mosquito is the animal that is most dangerous to humans. That's because in some parts of the world, the insect can spread deadly diseases as it sucks blood. Have you ever gotten a mosquito bite? The mosquito has a special needle-like nose that it uses to pierce the skin of a person or animal. As it sucks blood through the hollow tube, it injects chemicals into the skin that keep the blood from clotting. These chemicals are what cause the uncomfortable itching we feel when bitten by a mosquito. All right. Next is the giant anteater. The giant anteater lives in Central and South America. Most of its diet consists of termites rather than ants, and it can eat up to 30,000 of these a day. The giant anteater can be 8 feet long and weigh 100 pounds. It has a long, tubular mouth with no teeth and a tongue that is 2 feet long. It uses the sticky tongue to capture insects. Okay. Next, the egg-eating snake has jaws that can unhinge and very elastic skin, which allow it to eat eggs that are wider than its own body. It has no teeth but breaks the egg with a special bone in its throat. This African snake eats as many eggs as it can during the bird's breeding season. Then it goes without food for the rest of the year. It grows to about 2.5 feet in length. Isn't that weird? It just eats a lot of food all at once and then it doesn't eat again for another year. That doesn't sound very fun. Finally, we have the archfish. The archerfish hunts by looking for insects on branches hanging low over the water. It has large eyes set well forward on its head, which give it good depth perception. When it spots a butterfly, beetle, or other insect, the archerfish squirts water out of its mouth and knocks the insect into the water, where it can be eaten. The small fish, about 10 inches long, can shoot a stream of water as far as 3 feet. Archerfish live in quiet waters from the east coast of Africa to Australia. All right, well that is the end of this book. I hope that you enjoyed it and that you've learned a lot about some really neat animals and that you will learn some more about animals when you go to school. You can be a veterinarian or a marine biologist or a zookeeper. There's a lot of different cool jobs that work with a lot of different animals. All right, I hope that you're having a great day. Bye.